So as you can see, here's my 2019 Dodge Charger here. It comes with the black satin 20-inch rims. Actually, these are 245 45/20s in the front, and then these are 275 40/20s in the back. So this kind of has a offset look to it. Like I said, I just did a couple miles to it. I already put 20% window tint on it. I did do a mid muffler delete on it. That was last week. Overall, man, I really enjoy the car. I'm actually gonna end up getting my exhaust tips replaced because these factories are just not doing it for me on these factory tips. But I definitely want to change those out, make the car a little bit louder. As you can tell, let me try to zoom back in a little bit. It's like I said, it's my first video, so it ain't gonna be as perfect, but this is just a practice run for me. But I like the car, man. Her name is Betty White. You know, she's a 5.7 V8. I'm gonna pop this hood up for you. Let y'all take a look on the inside of it. Bam! Of course, you know, 5.7 liter is one of Dodge's staple motors that they have. It's been around for, I mean, generations and generations. So, of course, I'm gonna end up putting a catch cam on here eventually, which will go here. I'm gonna put a cold air intake, which will be coming up. I mean, it'll be different mods just over time. But I definitely want to change the cold air intake. I definitely want to put a catch can on it, and I may do a few more body exterior mods to it, which I want to replace this grill and put in the Scat Pack or the Hellcat grill, whatever one you want to call it. And I definitely want to put like a carbon fiber lip on the bottom of the car. But overall, man, I really like this car, man. I think Dodge did it right with the way they building these cars now, which they do an excellent job as far as the muscle car goes. But no one besides Dodge is really doing it. I mean, Mustang is still doing Mustang's thing, but at the same time, Dodge has it on lock when it comes to the body style and what you can do. But I know everybody wants the Camaro and whatnot, but the Camaro is pretty much the same. I'm gonna give you a look on the inside. Like I said, this is just my intro video, so it will get better over time. But just be with your boy, chill, you know, relax with me. So like I said, these have, no, it's not clean in here, but you know, it's been raining. And I just haven't had a chance to get it clean like I really wanted it to. But mine does come with the Napa Alcantara performance seats. It does have heated and cooling seats in the front, and has heating and cooling seats in the back. Don't mind my junk here. So it does have that in the back of the car. And like I said, I do have the performance pages. Come close this door so this beep will stop. So, you know, I do have the Super Track Pack. Of course, I do have like the launch control if I really want to go in here and just get in here and launch the car. I do have the performance pages, maybe not the SRT pages, but just what it comes with. Of course, you know, my coolant temp, battery voltage, oil pressure, oil temp, trans temp, and air intake. Of course, I got the timers. Just anything the Scat Pack or the RT has. I mean, we pretty much have it. The only thing the RTs don't have is they don't have the line lock feature in the car, but you can unlock it with the taser from what I've seen in videos. So really hadn't gotten that taser, because that taser's is pretty expensive. But you know, here's some of the other gauges. The G-force, the engine shows you the power, the torque, what your oil pressure is, and of course it has dyno, just as if the regular Chargers does have it. So but other than that, I really enjoy the car. Coming from a V6 to a V8, I really enjoy the car a lot. And I'm guessing because V8s are just more funner than V6s, I guess. You know, I had that V6. I bought it New Year's Eve of 2007. It was a 2008, and it had 13 miles on it. And when I traded it in, it had 172,000 miles on it. So me and that car had been together for a long time. But one thing that I hate that Dodge are doing now with the newer cars versus the old cars is they're making them all exactly the same. So the SXT, the GT, the RT, the Scat Packs, and the Hellcats, body style wise, they all look the exact same. So now I know guys, when they get these cars, they take the badges off, so you don't know what you're riding up against. But I noticed back when I had my 2008, you could tell a difference between what was a V6 and which was a V8, and that's because they had some similarities that were, I mean, the body styles were different, but other than the Hemi logos on the side, even if you took those off, you still could tell in the back if it was a V6 or a V8, because the V6s only had one tailpipe and then the V8s all had two. So that's something that I did like that they did, was to separate the V6s from the V8s. But now you can't tell unless you just really look at the car up close, or as that car is driving, you can't really hear the V8 power coming out of the exhaust system. So that's just my opinion. I don't really like, I mean, I like the body styles, but I wish they would have done something more different than have everybody have the same exact body style. Because even with the Challengers, you can't even tell if it's a V6 Challenger or if it's a V8 Challenger. You really just can't tell. Like I said, especially when someone takes the badges off, because they both have the same body style. And that's one thing I wish Dodge would have kind of just separate. Other than I've seen videos where they said, you know, you just have to look at the wheel gaps of the cars, like the GTs and SXTs sit a little higher than the RTs, sit just a little lower, and then the Scat Packs sit just a little lower, along with the Hellcats. But who really wants to sit there and look at a wheel gap on a car? You know, nobody can tell, because, I mean, I could put a V6 and go put 315s on the back of it, and you still couldn't tell, you know what I'm saying? So that's just one thing I wish Dodge would have done a little bit different. But, you know, it is what it is. Like I said, they're about to do the redesign in 2022, 23. They're doing a redesign on it. So maybe they'll go back and change a few things that, you know, I'm discussing as far as body style wise and what they need to do with it. So, yeah, man, overall, man, I love this V8. My neighbor has a 19 Challenger TA. I'm going to see if he'll let me get his car, and we'll do a review, a comparison between the Chargers and the Challenger. I mean, they're both basically the same as far as engine wise, but there are some things that are different in a Challenger than it is in a Charger. So stay tuned to that next video. I'm going to get with him and see what we can coordinate a day to do it. And I hope you guys love my video. I know, like I said, this is my intro. I'm not really good at it, so I'm getting better at it, but just give me a little bit of time over time. But make sure you subscribe to me. Make sure you tell a friend to tell a friend that tell a friend to tell a friend to subscribe to me, Rich Too Bad, on YouTube, baby. We're coming at you again with another video very soon, guys. And I appreciate you watching. Thank you.